Hey guys, Chonk here. Looks like week 2 for season 1 of Dragonflight's hitting tomorrow with some nerfs coming up. Now this is our first tyrannical week, so it's going to be interesting. Fortified was already kind of tough with some of the trash. So looking at this together, Algathar Academy, the skittering darting stings, the skittering dartings. So these are the little dragonflies that fly around the tree boss, and they would go around and just kind of bounce randomly all over your party, and sometimes even the same person 2-3 times in a row. Really annoying. Reducing their damage, and now they try to sting different targets. That's going to be a huge help. Looks like there's resolving an issue where the arcane missile is not scaling properly. I guess we'll have to see what that is. I don't know about that. The overgrown ancient on the ancient branch health. So this is the triad that spawns and does a big heal. So reducing its health by 40% means you're going to be able to get that cleanse the dot off much easier, and you're not going to have to manage your kicks quite so much. So that's a pretty big change. I like that. All right, Azure Vaults, conjured health reduced by 20, conjured last year health reduced by 20%. These are the little flower guys in the beginning. That's fine. The arcane tenders, these are the little trees in the beginning, reducing their ground damage by 33%. That's nice. Those things, if you got inside them, could actually hurt. Azure Blade. This is probably the toughest fight in the dungeon. Overwhelming energy damage reduced by 25%. So this is the pulsing damage that he does when he runs to the center and summons his 4 adds. So that's good. The cast times increased from 3 seconds from 2. That's a 50% increase in cast time. Okay. There's now a delay between the damage and the ancient orbs flying out. Their damage reduced by 25%, and they fixed some display bugs. So that's great. So that's a pretty big nerf to his damage. I think that's going to help out a lot of groups there. Quarter of Stars, the Legion Hound's Fellblaze Puddle now has a screen effect, so that's just going to make it easier to know when to get out. Okay, great. The Evanclaw Warg's Leap for the Throat damage reduced by 20%. These are the adds during the Fenrir fight that would come out and kind of go after somebody. So that's going to make it a little bit easier to manage damage on that fight. And all right, Leap for the Throat, target to the primary threat player. Okay, so now it can't target the tank. Great. Fenrir, his claw cast time increased to 1 second. This is his swipe. So this is giving us a visual indicator. That's probably going to help melee get out and see what's happening. Okay, and now it's split by targets in the area effect. Okay, so that's actually going to be, let's get people in there to soak. Okay, that's actually a good change. No coup defensive. Soul Harvester's Deathbolt Volley increased the time and cast less frequently. That's nice. The Deathbolt increased the time, less frequency. Okay, so this is just nerfing those packs on the burial mounds by quite a bit, making everything take longer to cast, and they're casting it less. So we're going through the chant. That's the thing that would rip your soul out, I think. The Swift Wind, this is their haste. The Mortal Strike from 4 seconds from 10. That's a big change. The Rotting Wind, the range from 25 yards to 25 yards from 40. That's that conal that the birds would shoot out. That thing would hit from so far away. So that's awesome. The Tempest, reducing the storm damage by 15% and the energy surge duration to 8 seconds. Those are the electric puddles that are left on the ground, so that's nice. All right, moving on to Ruby Life Pools. Scorchlings no longer cast Burning Touch. That's nice. Those are those little elementals. That'll help. Thunderhead and Flame Gullet. Those are those 2 dragons that fly around before the second boss. Now you can see them further away. That's good. Sometimes I've been surprised by them before. I mean, who hasn't? So that's great. The cast time of their breath increased to 3 seconds. That's awesome. That makes it easier to get out of because it was a little tight. Primal's Flame Dancer's Flame Dance channel duration increased to 6 seconds. Was 4 seconds. I don't remember these. I know they're there in the trash packs around the big elementals. So okay, great. The Living Bomb periodic damage reduced by 40%. Okay, that's a pretty big change. And the Chandlers, these are the guys leading up to the last boss. Their damage and duration both reduced by 20%. Okay, cool. Second boss, health reduced by 15%, and his health reduced by 20%. This is huge, especially going into Tyrannical Week. That's going to make that's nice. And the last boss, health reduced by 10%. The Dragon's health reduced by 10%. And while grounded, only target 3 players instead of 5. Okay, that's going to be a big help. The big secret here is to focus all your DPS on the dragon during phase 1. So when he lands, it just falls over. So that's gonna make that just a little bit easier. Now, Temple of the Jade Serpent, this dungeon naturally can be pretty brutal. The Mistweaver's Defiantly Mist reduced by 20%. That's going to help. The Touch of Ruin is now a curse effect. I guess that means we can dispel it off real fast if we're quick enough. Great. Wise Marie, visibility issue, and his facing thing. This is the facing. Sometimes you couldn't see which way the beam was facing, so that's good. Shaw of Doubt, the Touch of Nothingness damage reduced by 20%. Okay. And when he's doing his Bound to Reality, he's now, instead of immune, he's 99% less. There's probably some technical bug behind that, so that's fine. I would have liked to have seen something around the trash pack right before the Shaw. That last trash pack in Temple of the Jade Serpent is brutal. That's usually, if you wipe, that's usually where you wipe. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Especially during Tyrannical Week, they're going to have a lot less hit points. Maybe we just need to get used to it a little bit more. Overall, a lot of changes coming into week 2. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see you out there.